It was kind of weird that he was like taking pictures of these two half-naked teenagers through a window in the rain. I have a piece of gum in my mouth, so I apologize now if I'm smacking. Hey YouTube, welcome back to SIBZ, West Coast, East Coast siblings, where we cover your favorite movies and TV shows. And today we are covering HBO Max's reboot of Gossip Girl. If you're new to the channel, like this video. If you like this video, comment, subscribe, and click the bell so you can be notified of all things SIBZ. Alright, let's get into this. Now, obviously, this is Gossip Girl for a new generation. And I want you to know that I'm taking that into consideration as I give you a review and my breakdown of what I think of the show. So listen, if you have ever seen Gossip Girl, which I would think that you have if you're my age, it was a pretty popular show in the early 2000s, early mid 2000s, this new reboot. You know what? I'm just gonna break down the story first, and then we'll talk about my problems with it, okay? The show opens, the kids have not been in school for a year because of COVID, so making things a little meta, I can appreciate that. The kids at this school are completely out of control. The kids really do stomp all over the teachers, they're disrespectful, they're getting teachers fired on purpose, you know, they're very well settled into their privilege and they use it. The teachers are pretty pissed and they're like, oh, we're victims of all these rich teenagers, and I don't know, I'm not a teacher, maybe that is how private school life is. The teachers decide to restart Gossip Girl, and they're going to get these outlandish children in line. There's one main teacher whose name is Kate Keller. She reminds me so much of Scarlett Johansson, but like in an annoying way. So anyway, she's like our pinpoint Gossip Girl, but there are a bunch of them around. Also, gotta love Kristen Bell back as Gossip Girl. Her voice is just so bad. It's just like, yes, girl, you tell them the truth. You tell them the lies. There are some new characters, obviously. There's Julian Calloway, who, not gonna lie, I had started calling Baldy because it took me pretty much the entire episode to figure out what her name was. She's like the it girl, you know, she's rich, she's sweet, she's popular, she's Instagram famous and super successful and all of that, and she's dating Obi, who is like our Dan character, except he's filthy rich and feels guilty about it. And then we have Zoya, who is Julian's estranged stepsister. Apparently Julian's mother, she had a fling with another man and had another daughter. That daughter is Zoya. Their mom died, but they met online and got really, really close. Zoya is very much like, I'm all about hard work. So she thinks she got in on her own merit, and later on we find out that she didn't. Jules pulled some strings and pretty much got her into the school and gave her the scholarship in order for her to come. And of course, Zoya is pissed. How dare her big sister do something nice for her like that? Awful, selfish monster. Totally affects how Zoya sees herself, and now she definitely doesn't feel like she belongs in the school. So we have Max Wolf, clearly our Chuck Bass. I'm kind of disappointed. My issue is, these guys are not sexy. Like, they're just not. And I don't know, maybe they'll grow on me over time. I can admit that Ed Westwick and Chase Crawford and Penn Badgley, I can never pronounce his last name, were not spicy at the get-go. But after the second season, I was like, ooh, these men, you know what I'm saying? We don't know him yet. We don't know him yet. It's not fair to compare him to Chuck yet, but off the bat, he's just all right. I think he will grow on me. He seems likable enough. And he's bisexual, so that's like a new twist for Gossip Girl sort of fandom. Most of the people in that show were straight, I believe. And we also have Audrey, Audrey kind of has her own drama going with, what's that guy's name? Cooch? His name is not Cooch. Oki? I don't remember his name. I called him pink hair. Audrey and Aki have a relationship. They're seeming to have some intimacy tensions. And Max's character, for sure you can tell, is going to come and spice up their love life. So that's going to be interesting. So three ways are coming. The whole arc of the story is the beef between Zoya and Jules resolve themselves to be friends in secret as sisters, but out front in public they're gonna make like there's some kind of beef between the two of them, and then they'll fix the beef and then settle, and then they can be friends in public. That doesn't go to plan because Tweedledee and Tweedledum don't like Zoya for whatever reason. It's not really clear. I guess they just don't like her because she's a freshman or something. They orchestrate a situation where Zoya gets embarrassed and she thinks that Jules did it, and so now Zoya is pissed pissed and doesn't want to be Jules' friend. And so what was a fake enmity between the two of them is now real, and they hate each other. There's also some sexual tension, obviously, between Zoya and Obi, our Dan wannabe. There's some bonding between the two of them in this episode. They walk home together in the rain, and then they change their clothes because he can't get his mom's floor wet, like his mom can't afford a mop or something. Creepy teacher outside of the window takes a picture of it because the teachers are now Gossip Girl. What happens in this episode, it is very much a pilot episode. It kind of starts us off. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of doesn't make me want to watch the next episode. Things that I like. Okay, I like that they've added some diversity. I can appreciate the people of color in the show. I think that's great. Our new Blair and Serena are mixed girls. I also think we have some Latino characters. We're diverse now. I don't want to be like, I hate it, because I don't hate it. I like the way that it looks. You know, everything's flashy and cool, and cell phones play a much bigger deal in this. Instagram is much more important than vlogs or tweets were. It is still Gossip Girl, you know? So it's like, it takes us a while to get like a nice, like, big drama, like, worth talking about going. But yeah, basically these two sisters have a beef, but I kind of like Jules. Which, I mean, is that a surprise? I mean, everyone loved Blair. Our Chuck Bass wannabe is probably going to be in a throuple with two other characters that are relatively unimportant. Our Dan character is probably going to get between Jules and Zoya, not in a throuple way. He's probably just going to pick one of them and stick with them for a while. The teachers are going to be Gossip Girl, and I think that's kind of creepy. Okay, I appreciate the teacher acknowledging it. Like, you have these grown behind adults creeping on these high schoolers. Like, kind of slimy. So the current rating right now is a 31% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I think that's pretty fair. IMDb also gave it a 6.2 out of 10, so it's not doing great. Maybe it'll just take time to get better, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of disappointed. It's definitely not like a Riverdale in terms of storyline. It's not as raunchy as Euphoria. The storytelling isn't as great as Euphoria either. So we'll see, you know, just throwing out popular teen dramas that are doing really well right now. I'm hopeful for Gossip Girl, but we'll see. Also, you have to think about, too, with it being on HBO Max, it's not obligated to be as appropriate as the previous Gossip Girl was, because the original Gossip Girl was on CW, which is network television, so, you know, they have to tone things down a lot. There are no thruples on network TV, but obviously there have been on other shows on HBO Max. I think that's something that may put a poor taste in fans' mouths. If you guys don't have HBO Max and you have to wait until Friday to catch the new episode of Gossip Girl, check it out here first, because I will be reviewing it for you. Yay! 7 out of 10. It was beautiful to look at, and the storyline didn't get me. Anyway, you guys, that's all I have. Thank you so much for watching Gossip Girl episode 1. If you like this video, don't forget to like this video, comment, let me know what you thought. I mean, are we comparing it to the original Gossip Girl? Should we be doing that? I think so. It's a reboot, right? Subscribe and click the bell so you can be notified when I cover the next episode of Gossip Girl, which will be next week, because I will cover it every single week until it's no longer on television. Don't forget to check out our coverage of the Black Widow tonight. We are going to be doing a special episode of SIBZ with our sister channel, the Lara Quente Ledger, as we watch the Black Widow premiere. We've only waited 50 years for this, so I think it's gonna be great. I also cover The Bachelorette. If you like Gossip Girl and want some real life drama, watch The Bachelorette and then watch my review of it and we can talk about it. So that's all I have, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.